All right. Good morning. We're going to try this one more time, baby. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hey, got a great show planned for today. Hope everybody has their day off to a great start. Feeling good, feeling great. Got some positive energy flowing, some positive vibes. Got some joy in their life. I know it's something you guys can be happy about. I'm going to go over a few ways to have a great day. Got a little Anderson .Paak playing right now. My brother's going to be joining us a little later. My good friend Gene Fletcher, young entrepreneur, going to join me in the studio. We're going to chop it up a little bit. There we go. Austin Collab Money Talk, baby. Every Wednesday. On my show, you'll be able to hear all things regarding money, success, and personal development. Tune in on Wednesday in the Great Street. Jump in. That's that Drake, Successful. I'm going to jump in after this one. Sounding good, baby. Who doesn't want to be successful? Well, are you willing to pay the price? What are you willing to sacrifice for success? We're also live on the internet. If you can't watch the live feed, Fishbowl Radio Network, fbrn.us. Got the Memorial Day weekend coming up. Hope everybody's safe. Get out, enjoy some sunshine, get some vitamin D on your skin. Be around some friends and family. Hey, man, if y'all having a barbecue, man, y'all hit me up. I'm trying to come through, get a plate to go. Who's going to be firing up the grill? About to go live in a few minutes. Talking about ways to have a great day. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody got their day off to a great start. Words from the decent man. He ain't copping that, is he? What are some ideas that you guys have for having a great day? Any morning rituals that you guys do? I know my boy Jacob Crane out there. He be drinking that apple cider vinegar. My mama drink that stuff. I haven't got on it yet. I heard some good benefits though. Hey. Good morning, good morning. This is DeRay. This is the Austin Collab Money Talk. Happy Wednesday. We are streaming live in Arlington, Texas on the Fishbowl Radio Network. I'm live right now on the Gray Stream. Also filming, going live right now on Facebook as well. I have a very, very exciting show planned for today. We're going to be discussing a few ways that you can have a great day. We're going to be talking about a few ways you can have a great day. And then here shortly, I'm going to be joined by my colleague, my brother, most likely my future business partner, Gene Fletcher. He's a young entrepreneur, the owner of the Dallas Autohaus out in Dallas, Texas. He's going to be joining me. We're going to be talking entrepreneurship. We're going to be discussing sales and also a little bit about his business, of course. But before we do that, like I said, I want to talk about a few ways that you can make sure that you can have an amazing day. You know, perhaps you heard of the saying, you know, woke up on the wrong side of the bed. And if you're normal, you've probably experienced waking up not in the best of moods, you know. I've had plenty of days where, you know, I just woke up and I was not happy. I was in a negative mood. I had negative thoughts flowing. I wasn't excited about the day. And, you know, honestly speaking, I was probably when, you know, I was back, you know, working a job. Not that there's anything wrong with a job, but I personally wasn't happy. I wasn't fulfilled. So I wasn't looking forward to the day. So I already woke up, you know, in a negative mood. And, you know, when you wake up like that, you'll end up finding end up finding out that, a lot of things won't go your way. You either get stuck in traffic and you will get caught at every freaking red light. You'll probably, forget something by the time you got to work, and you just, you initially set yourself up, to have not the best of days. So I want to change that and make it so that we can start having great days, amazing days. I mean, every day that you wake up is a blessed day. You're above ground. You have a new opportunity, to get better, to improve. So, although every day, it won't be pure awesomeness, there are certain things that you can do to, increase the chances of you having, a better day than not. So I put together a list of, 10 things that I think you can do to have an amazing day. Now, I stole, a few items from this list from different people, but I've also tried almost most of the things on this list. So I can attest that it actually works. So I would encourage you to give it a try. And, you never know. You might start having some better days, start, waking up with just a positive outlook on life and just excited and thrilled to get the day started. So, move my phone on here so it doesn't start vibrating. So the first thing that you can do to have a great day, to have an amazing day, is to start your day with a grateful heart. Now, I was Christmas shopping a couple of years ago, and I went to Mardell's. It's a little place out in Louisville. They got a few different locations, but I went to the Christian store and, to get a few gifts from my mom, my dad, my stepmom, and just a few family and friends. And I saw this one sign, or one thing that you can kind of hang up on your wall, and it basically just says, start each day with a grateful heart. So every time I wake up in the morning, that's one of the first things I see. That in a big Dallas Cowboy banner. But anyways, I personally believe that you should begin each and every day with a grateful heart. If you were given another opportunity to wake up and experience another day above ground, regardless of your circumstances at that time, then you have a great reason to be thankful. Expressing gratitude as soon as you start your day will set the tone for the rest of your day. And it'll also, put a spotlight on something positive. You already got your mind thinking on things that you're thankful for, something that, gives you a reason to be happy. So you're already putting your mind in the right state to have a great day. So the next thing that you can do to have a great day is literally yell out the words, "Today will be a great day." There's power in the tongue. And the words we hear and say can have a large impact on how we view the outside world. Why do you think some motivational speakers get paid thousands of dollars to speak? Some speakers are getting paid, 10 to 20 grand just to give a motivational speech. That's because, the words that you hear can have a big impact on how you literally feel inside. Maybe you've heard the saying, speak things into existence. Well, that's definitely a true statement. If you want to experience a wonderful day, why not literally yell, "Today will be a great day"? Your mind is going to believe whatever you tell it. So if you tell yourself, you tell your mind it's going to be a great day, it has no reason not to believe that. So it's going to start forming ideas and thoughts of things that can literally make your day great. So literally, if you're wanting to have a great day, get out the bed and just yell, "Today will be a great day." Hope everyone is having an amazing Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Thank you everyone who's checking me out on Facebook. Thanks for everyone who's listening in. Thanks for everyone who supported me up until this point. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. Sending lots of positive vibes and energy to everyone out there. So the third reason, or the third thing that you can do to have a great day is taking a cold shower. Maybe you've heard of this technique before, maybe not. But I would highly recommend giving it a try. Now, I'll be honest, it's going to be very, very uncomfortable. But the best things happen when you get outside of your comfort zone. Now, the benefits, in my opinion, will far outweigh, the few moments of you being uncomfortable. Taking a shower has been proven to relieve stress, to stimulate weight loss, increase alertness, speed up muscle soreness. That's why a lot of athletes, after a football game or a basketball game, they'll jump in the cold tub. I've done that before now. That's really, really uncomfortable. But it also, if you take a cold shower, is known to also just give you more energy. And I can, completely confirm that. It will give you more energy. Businessman, investor, and entrepreneur Tai Lopez, he actually recommends taking a hot and cold shower. So you basically, for 30 seconds, you have the water on cold. Then another 30 seconds, you have it on the water on hot as you can stand it. And then the next 30 seconds, you go back to cold. You always end on cold. Now, I promise you, try that. You will get a little boost. It will get you started off on a good foot. Get on the right foot. But yes, try taking a cold shower. And if you want to take it to another level, try taking a hot and cold shower, altering the temperatures. The next thing that you can do to have a great day is, this is probably one of the most obvious things you can do, and I honestly need to get better at this myself, but it's just eat clean. What you put in your body determines so much. So many experts have said that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And, there's no secrets that the foods that we put into our body determine a great deal of how we feel, mentally and physically. So eating healthy early in the morning will give you, the energy, the nutrients, the supplements that you need to have a great day and to be in a more positive state. So if you're eating something heavy and that's something going to weigh you down, you're probably not going to, be energized or, feel like getting a lot done. I've experienced that. So, the fifth thing that we can do to have a great day is smile. Smile. Now, it is extremely difficult, perhaps almost impossible, to have negative thoughts and feelings when you're smiling. Well, when you're genuinely smiling, some people may be showing you some fake love and trying to smile in your face, but they really got negative thoughts flowing through their mind about you. But that smile isn't genuine. That's not real. All right? So, if you want to get your day started on the right foot, going in the right direction, smile. I feel great right now. I'm excited about today. It also helps that I'm doing something that I love doing. That helps out a lot. But I still got other issues going on, but I can still smile because, I feel good. I'm confident that, everything's going to work out. Plus, if you're not smiling, you're going to, I've seen people who just had a ugly smirk on their face or just seem so uptight, and you're like, what's wrong with them? I've been walking out and tried to, just to speak to someone and I smile and, they won't even smile back. They just look mean and aggravated, like, what's bothering them? How can you be in a good state if you don't smile? So when you smile, you almost immediately feel good and tend to also think about things that make you happy. Smiling not only has a positive impact on yourself, but it can also brighten up someone else's day. All right? It's also contagious. Smiling is contagious. So now, why not start the morning off with a big happy smile? Be happy. Be excited about life. I see my cousin just doing, Jasmine, she's doing a lot of big things out in Mobile. She's going to be joining me on the show next month. But she has a beautiful smile. I saw one of her poster video and she was smiling. It literally brightened up my day. Like it made me happy. So smile. All right, so I got 5 more that I'm going to talk about. 5 more reasons or 5 more things that you can do, to have a great day. But I want to recap the first 5 in case you're just joining us on the line, on the internet, or on my Facebook. The first 5 things that you can do to have a great day. 1 is start your day off with a grateful heart. Be grateful. Be happy about life. You're alive. You have an opportunity to do something today that can, make your future brighter. So start your day off with a grateful heart. I actually practice a habit of at least try to do it 3 or 4 days a week, sometimes even more, of just jotting down things that I'm actually thankful for, that I'm grateful for in the midst of whatever I'm going through. That's it. That's when it works the best. Is whenever you're going through a really, really challenging time or a difficult time, write down something that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for. I promise you, there's a great chance it will literally change your mood. So start your day off with a grateful heart. Second, literally yell out the words, "Today will be a great day." Speak it into existence. Make yourself happy, Third, take a cold shower. If you want to take it to another level, try taking a hot and cold shower. Starting off 30 seconds cold, 30 seconds hot as you can stand it, and 30 seconds cold. That will give you a boost. It's crazy to think just that can give you a boost. I also heard that cold water has better effects on your hair. Trying to grow your hair out, try washing it in cold water. That may help. I don't know. 4th, eat clean. Start off with a healthy meal. Get some fruits inside your body, a little protein. Get your day started off going on the right foot. Don't eat anything too heavy. You want to feel light. You want to feel good. You want to feel bright, vibrant. Starting off eating healthy will help get you on that right frequency. You can tell what frequency you're on, guys, by how your day is going, by how people are treating you, how they're reacting to you. If you're on that positive high wave frequency, good things are going to start happening. But if you're on that negative frequency, that's when you start getting caught by all those red lights. All right. The 5th thing was to smile. Like I said, it's extremely difficult to, that be in the negative mind state when you're smiling. So those are the first 5. I'm going to go ahead and go over the next 5 things that I think you can do to have an amazing day. Thanks everyone who is checking us out live on Facebook. My brother, my colleague, my partner, my ace boom coon, Gene Fletcher. He'll be in the studio with me here shortly. We're going to be talking entrepreneurship. I'm going to be asking them some questions about sales. He's a car business owner, but ultimately he's a salesman. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a salesman. Actually, we're all salesmen. You got to sell people on your ideas. You got to sell your coworkers on different ideas. You got to sell your boss, or if you got one, you got to sell your supervisor, the hiring manager, on why they should give you a job. You got to sell your children on why they need to go to school and perform well. You got to sell your spouse or your significant other on why they want to be with you and why they should stay with you. You're always selling. What type of image are you trying to put out there? So the next 5 things that you can do to have a great day. This is one of the obvious ones also. Exercise. For anyone who does their exercise routine in the morning, they will quickly tell you that it's one of the best ways to start your day. And I used to work my 12 to 9 shift when I was working my job out in Louisville. That was a lot of times I would get my workout in the morning time. That's a great way to start your day. And if you read about several other successful individuals, a large majority of them, they get up early and they exercise. Whether that's a morning jog, yoga, Pilates, or lifting some weights, shooting hoops. I like to shoot hoops. Swish. But starting your day by exercising will put you in a positive mind state. It also makes you feel more confident. Who doesn't want to have more confidence? Self-confidence is extremely important if you're trying to be successful. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you look good. You perform good, So exercising to start your day off is one of the best things you can do to start your day. That'll help get you in that right mental state. Number 7. Seventh thing that I think you can do to have a great day. Spend time outside. Get outside. That's why we need to be encouraging our kids to get outside instead of playing on the computer and on social media all day or watching Netflix. Get outside. There have been studies that shown that people who spend at least 30 minutes outside tend to be happier than those who don't. Start your day by jogging 30 to 45 minutes outside. Then you'll be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You got your exercise in and you spent time outdoors. This is something that I've started to do because I wasn't doing it initially, but try taking a moment in the middle of your day or even at night, because a lot of entrepreneurs, we work late at night, but just go outside for a brief walk. I'll walk around my apartment complex or I'll walk to the rec center and come back. Or when I was at my girlfriend's house, I'll walk around, bust a block around, the neighborhood and come back. That little time will give you, a positive impact. Side note, if you want to burn some extra calories, try taking a walk after you eat lunch or dinner. That'll also help you from taking that nap right after. I have to do that a few times too. But your body will appreciate it. Plus, we need vitamin D. The sun gives you vitamin D. And don't be scared of the cold either. If it's winter, some people may be on the East Coast or it may get cold here in Texas. Even if it's 30, 40 degrees, go outside. That'll wake you up. Appreciate the different seasons and how the weather changes. That's a blessing. That's a beauty in itself on how the weather changes so often, especially here in Texas. All right. So this is something that the next one is something that I try to do almost daily, especially during the working week for me. Well, the working week for me is basically Monday through Saturday, but that's neither here nor there. But this is one of the best ways that you can start your day off on the right track. And that's to listen or watch something motivational. This is definitely a great way to start your day off in the right direction. I personally like to do this at the start and end of my days. Hearing a positive message in the morning will subsequently, put you in a positive mind state. When you hear a motivational message, it encourages you to be productive, to make the most of your day. And it allows your energy to move in the right direction. There's tons of videos on YouTube of different, people, motivational speakers, entrepreneurs, investors, talking about success, talking about motivation, talking about, positive things, about becoming, greater, about becoming the best version of yourself you possibly can. All right, so start your day off by listening or watching something motivational. The next thing that you can do And this is something that you can do all the time, every day, if you want to put yourself in a good mood. It's to lend a helping hand, to give back. Maybe some of you people who follow me on social media or on Facebook, which you can follow me on social media, on Instagram at The Austin Collab, on Snapchat, The Austin Collab, Facebook, The Austin Collaborative. But anyways, last Friday, I had an opportunity to volunteer, didn't get paid a dime, had to pay $15 for parking. I did get free food and Starbucks coffee, though, so that was pretty cool. But anyways, it felt good, being around the youth and just giving back. Not to mention the people that I met, the connections that I was able to make at that event. So if you want to start your day going off in the right direction, start by lending a helping hand. Do something nice for someone and not expect anything in return. A couple years ago, I was on my way to work, and I stopped to get a few donuts. And the gentleman in front of me, he was with his younger daughter, and he had got up there and had rung everything up, and he realized he forgot his wallet. That's happened to me a few times. I left my wallet in one of my gym bags, left it at the house, and you get something like, I ain't even got my wallet on me. But anyways, I guess I was feeling generous that day. But I bought the guy and his daughter breakfast. They both smiled and just thanked me, and it was sincere. I could tell it was sincere. Now, that was a couple of years ago, and I can still remember right now on how that made me feel. So if you can start your day off by giving, whether that's maybe a donation to a charity or organization, or, by going to volunteer, or maybe just helping someone out who really needs it, and you're in that position to do so, that will help you have a great day. That's one of the best things you can do. Anytime you want to have a great day, you're feeling down and out, run to, the Salvation Army or the United Way or Habitat for Humanity and volunteer. That'll help you have a great day. The last and final thing that I think you could do to make sure that you have a great day is to listen to some music. Listen to your favorite music and do a dance. Music, that literally stimulates you. It vibrates you because it's the frequency that's coming through the speakers that literally can put you into a you have a good time. I don't believe I ever saw someone who was out dancing, or they were doing a good job of it or not, but they weren't happy. They weren't having a good time. That'll make you, put you in a positive mindset. It help you feel good. Music is good for the soul. Dancing is good for the body. Not to mention it's universal. It's anywhere you go. You can go to, Asia, Australia, South Africa, Ethiopia, Canada, and there's music that's been around forever. That's something that's been done for ages, all across the world in all different cultures. So if you want to have a great day, start your day off listening to some music and doing a dance. For people who was listening online, I was just hitting them with the juju, a little Cabbage Patch, old school. Some of y'all youngsters may not know about that Cabbage Patch. Yeah, but having a great day so far. I'm feeling good. So let me just go over the last 5, and then we're going to take a quick break. I got my brother out here waiting on me. We're going to bring him in. We're going to chop it up for a little bit. Excited to have him here. But the last 5 things that you can do to have a great day is exercise. Start your day off with a morning jog, a morning walk. Get some weights in. Get a little yoga in. Next is to spend time outside. You can exercise outside. Like I said, you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Spend some time outside. Go out and read a good book. Just listen to the birds. Just observe nature. Be appreciative for that moment outside. There's a lot of people who are locked up behind bars. They don't get to spend too much time outside. And that's unfortunate. But I think sometimes we take for granted of just being outside or being near a window, being able to smell the fresh air. Next listen or watch something, listen to or watch something motivational. I said there's tons of videos on YouTube, on SoundCloud, iTunes, where you can listen to some motivation and get inspired. Next was to lend a helping hand. Give back, volunteer. You're in a bad, not the best of mood. You're going through something with your girl, or your child's giving you the blues at school, or getting into trouble. Take them with you and y'all go volunteer and give back. That's a great way to have a great day. There's not too many things and feelings that you can do other than giving and helping someone else. And then lastly was to listen to your favorite music and do a dance. I don't even know what that was. I don't know what that was, but yeah, do a dance. And this is a bonus one, actually. I just saw this on my my old college mate's Instagram, but I do this pretty much every day as well, and that's to stretch your body. Stretching has been proven to have numerous benefits. I actually just pulled up a website here, and it has a few different ones. Benefits of stretching. It encourages an optimistic look. It says stretching encourages the release of endorphins, providing a sense of tranquility and euphoria. Stretching directly before bed will even give you a more comfortable sleeping experience. It fortifies posture, enables flexibility, increases stamina, decreases the risk of injury for all you athletes out there. It also improves your energy levels. It promotes blood circulation. So stretch. Oh yeah, this is a good one right here. It also reduces cholesterol. Paired with a healthy diet, engaging in prolonged stretching exercises can help reduce cholesterol in the body. It's a great way to start your day. So those are my 10 things that I think you can do to have an amazing day. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. Happy hump day. We're about to head into the Memorial Day weekend. Hope everyone is going to have a safe weekend. This is DeRay. This is the Austin Collab Money Talk. We're going to take a short break, play a couple songs, and I'm going to bring in my brother. He's out here waiting on me. We're going to bring him in, ask him a few questions, chop it up, and yeah, we'll be back. This is DeRay. This is the Austin Collab Money Talk. We're streaming live on the Fishbowl Radio Network. Also live on Facebook. What's up, everybody on Facebook, y'all? This is my man Khalid, location. I think he's coming to Dallas here soon. Yo. Got my brother in here about to join us. He about to chop it up a little bit. Move this over here. So, actually, a lot I'm leaving on this side. Everybody, hey man, if y'all got some questions for my boy, hit us in the comment section. Call us. This chair too low. 214-556-6239. I don't like this chair. You said what? Oh yeah, not too bad. Man, you in these chairs that you feel like you like, man. I'm just going in and shot up. up, bro? You want to play some golf today?
Yeah, went out to Waterview, where I led earlier today. Played a few holes.
Okay.
With who? A couple buddies I used to work with.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go?
Man, it was exciting, man. It's nice to be able to get out there when we get out there, you know.
Yeah, it's a nice day, too, and nice morning to be up. Yeah, man, so chop it up for a little bit, kind of just talk about the entrepreneur grind, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Is this live right now?
Yeah.
Just live right now?
Yeah. Got my boy in here.
Hey. Oh, it's pretty cool, man.
It's all right. Yeah, but you gotta talk a little bit about entrepreneurship. Then I gotta ask you some questions about sales, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then obviously we gotta talk a little bit about Dallas Autohaus.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you had me on today.
Got your link up there too, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, I got a link to his website up there. Dallas Autohaus. Got my website up there too. Y'all check me out. Awesome collab. Dallas Autohaus, young entrepreneurs. Yeah, man. So just kind of try to be like 4 inches like from the mic right here whenever we talking. My boy said he got some car questions. Yeah, man. Y'all got some car questions. Y'all comment, call us.
Hey, everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Ray, thank you for having me on the show.
Man, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
I'm getting paid pretty much, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So after like the show, you know what I'm saying? Like today or tomorrow, I convert it to like a regular video and put it on YouTube, and then I can send it to you that way.
Oh, okay.
Because you know I can watch it, but I can send it to you the link so you can listen.
Okay.
How was Don's looking together?
We'll move it out a little bit.
You said what? Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Get it adjustments. I don't want to be like in the way, so I'm gonna see. No, it was nice. Man.
It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
It's always beautiful to hang with family. So.
Send it real quick for me, bro. Send it for me real quick. Yo. Oh, that's pointing out that way. Yo, we live right now. Got my boy in the studio, Gene Fletcher, young entrepreneur, Dallas Autohaus. Gotta check us out, baby. Yo, we about to go back on air real quick. Check out our conversation. My boy Corey, what questions you got? Hey, man, we got the same whip, man. That nice Maxima, man.
What's supposed to look straight ahead or?
I kind of go my legs straight ahead and then kind of much back at the camera. Hey, this is the Ray. This is the Awesome Collab Money Talk. Welcome back. Just had a quick little break. I'm excited today. Got a special guest, live in studio with me, my colleague, my brother, my friend, hopefully future business partner, Gene Fletcher. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on the show today. I'm really excited to be up here and proud of you, Man, this is pretty nice, man. It's monumental, Kind of at a loss of words.
Already, man. Well, God is good, man. I feel like I've been blessed to be in this position, and I know you supported me since day one. Ever since I told you I wanted to start the business, so I definitely want to, work with people who supported me. I also want to work with a lot of different entrepreneurs, salesmen. So I definitely want to work with people I'm close with, other people as well. So appreciate you for coming in, man. So
Absolutely.
How's it going, man? How's everything going?
Everything's well. I can't complain. I'm not one to complain anyway. So
Wouldn't do no good.
Yeah, it wouldn't do any good at all. It's always about moving forward and not dwelling on the issues and just really focusing on solutions. So
absolutely.
It's going well. I can't complain though. Thank you.
Good. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you watching us live on Facebook, or if you're listening in, my brother, he's a young entrepreneur. Got his business card out. Hey, gotta have those business cards. He rocking his own shirt right here. I got a few of my shirts made. Man, you gotta give me one of those shirts, man.
Yeah, I got you. I got about 7 of them.
Already.
I got a fuchsia one I don't wear. You can have a fuchsia one.
All right. But anyways, he has a dealership, Dallas Autohaus. So tell us a little bit about your dealership and how did you get started with that, man?
Okay, well, we're located off 507 West Mockingbird Lane, and that's about a mile away from 35 in Mockingbird. And the way I got started was I've always had a passion for cars. When I was a kid, I had a PlayStation. I played Gran Turismo. I knew every car, every model, every engine, every transmission, every trim to every car that you could imagine. And I always had a passion for it, and I always liked people. And eventually I was fortunate enough to be able to merge the two and find a way to help people and work with people on a daily basis and still get to be around cars. So, for me, it's really a dream come true because, I never had to grow up. I got to do what I always liked, which was be around cars. Right. And the way we started Dallas Autohaus is probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I got together with my business partner, Saul Smith, and I let him know what I was thinking, and he's got a lot of experience, and he's got about 4 or 5 businesses. So, I partnered up with somebody, for one, who was experienced in running his own business, in being self-employed and being self-sufficient. Right. And I just learned, and the best way to learn is to make a lot of mistakes, and I made a lot of mistakes.
Me and you both.
Yeah. Yeah, thank God we're here,
Right.
So, but just ask a lot of questions, and just move forward. A lot of times I didn't really know what to do. I didn't have a plan, and I didn't have someone who I could reach out to and say, hey, this is how you need to do this. This is how you need to go about this. I just really had to go move forward in what I thought was the best way, and one way or another, you find out if that's the best way or not. Right. And if it's not the best way, you've got 2 options. You can dwell on it and stay in the same place, or you can adapt. And I just chose to adapt, and that's kind of why I am where I am today. And I'm still learning. Every day I learn something new, and every day I look to learn something new. And you don't really know what you don't know until you find out. Yeah, you go through it, exactly. So
now Dallas Autohaus is actually your second business, right? Or is it your third? Because now I know.
Yeah, it's actually my third business.
Okay, what was the first 2?
When I was 24, I opened up a small dealership. So this is actually my second go around with the dealership. But when I was 24, I opened up a small dealership.
That Dallas Arbitrage?
That was Arbitrage Auto Group.
Arbitrage.
And it was located outside of McKinney in Princeton, Texas. And it was just me. And I had the knowledge as far as how to buy cars, and knew how to talk to people, knew how to treat people well, and how to listen to people and really help them get what they want. But I didn't have the resources that I needed to really bring it to fruition and really do it like I wanted to do it. So, and that was, like I said, that was about 7 years ago. I'm 31 now, so that was about 7 years ago. And my second business was executive cleaners. Right. I had a dry cleaners that we opened in 2015. My business partner Saul, that I mentioned earlier, and it did well. It did really well, and got off to a great start, and it did well the entire time. But I didn't have a passion for it. I'll be frank with you guys, and I wanted to do something that I had a passion for, because I want to wake up in the morning and look forward to it. And that kind of led me to where I am now with Dallas Autohaus.
Right.
I wake up every day at 6 o'clock. I don't even need an alarm. And that doesn't matter if I stayed up till 3 in the morning. I still wake up, and I wake up excited every day. And I love dealing with people. So I mean,
I experienced the same thing. My body wakes up closer to 9 a.m. every day. No matter what time I go to sleep, even if I go to sleep at 5 a.m., I still wake up about 9. But you said a couple things that that really stands out to me, and two is that you're always learning. You're learning every day. You're learning on the job, learning as you go. And this is your third business. Can you just talk to me a little bit about what you learned from those first 2 experiences?
Yeah, I learned. The most important thing I learned was that, don't feed into your ego. It's not real. And it's fleeting. The way you feel about something one day, that may change for whatever reason, whether outside influences or because of personal discovery, what you've learned. So don't feed into your ego, and always be willing to listen to other people, and it's something I was thinking about, especially with a lot of millennials. Everybody understands the value of networking. Everybody understands how important it is to
most people.
Well, I think everybody would like to really.
That's important.
Yeah, I think the majority of people, 95% of people, will tell you all day long, hey, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But
True.
It's not about the big names necessarily. It's about the little people, because little people have ideas that people that have big names, they have access. The little people have ideas a lot of times that if you take them for granted because you say, oh well, this person doesn't have this stature, or what can this person do to me, and you write it off. A lot of times you can miss something. They asked Allen Iverson, they said, where did you learn that crossover from? I don't know if you guys remember, watching Iverson play.
I remember watching
it. Iverson was a 5-star recruit in football and basketball. I mean, this guy scored 6 touchdowns in one game as a football player. Ended up playing basketball. Pure athlete. But where Iverson learned.
VA too, baby.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hampton.
Yeah. Exactly. And a hotbed for athletic talent in Virginia, in Hampton and Newport News. But Iverson learned that crossover from a walk-on at Georgetown. And nobody knows the name of that walk-on today, but could you imagine Allen Iverson without the crossover? So, that's what I learned from, starting my business. To get back to, your original question is, a lot of your success is going to be in the details, and never count any bit of information out, no matter how small or immaterial you might think it might be, because it can only help you. You don't have to act on that information, but it never hurts you to learn more about anything, because in business, your competition is constantly learning, and if you're not constantly learning and evolving, you're gonna be left behind. That's just how business is. It's constantly evolving.
True. Now, I've known you since we was about freshman, sophomore year. That's when we hooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be around freshman year.
Freshman year.
2004,
I think.
Yeah, 2004. So we've known each other for a while. I've seen a lot of your progress on how you've grown as a man. You became smarter, but we weren't always sitting right here where we're at. And I've seen some, you go through a lot of challenges, starting from college, even after college. And, I remember when you was walking to the Strawberry Banks, that junior year you lost your truck. So it wasn't always, you had your own business and, you were doing well. How did you overcome some of those challenges and stay focused and keep pushing and moving forward? Because a lot of people, can get discouraged. They can get knocked down. So how did you move on, bro?
Well, I think for me, a lot of it is really knowing where I come from originally, family-wise. I was born in Chicago. I was born in South Side Chicago. My great-grandmother came and got me one day when I was 3 years old and sent me to Texas. My grandparents had moved down here about 10 years before I was born, and I always knew that I had a heck of a life anyway. Like, I always say it's like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They moving to a new city and
right.
Live in a nice neighborhood, get to go to a great school, but you never forget where you came from. So I never got discouraged, whether I come across rejection or setbacks, because I wasn't supposed to be here anyway in the first place. So the way I looked at it was, what can you do to me? What can anyone take away from me? As long as I'm breathing, that's all I asked for. And the second thing was just I always visualize. always visualized where I wanted to be. You know, where I am now, that's something I was visualizing when I was, you know, talking about one of my good friends, Dean Taylor. You know, I was talking to Dean, you know, 2004 about how I was going to, you know, get me some cars and get set up with a lot. And you start setting up.
It too.
Yeah, so I mean, I always
those exotics on deck. We still working toward that.
Yeah, well, we can get the exotics right now. You know, just ask. You know, but phone call, message, text message. You know, our information is posted. But just I always visualize where I wanted to be. And so when you hit those speed bumps, you know, that's what keeps you going, because when you overcome them, it just makes it so much sweeter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. It does make it a lot sweeter. And yeah, again, guys, this is the Ray. This is the Austin Collab Money Talk. I got my guest in here, Gene Fletcher, owner of Dallas Autohaus. If you're checking us out on Facebook, his website link is on the link up there. So definitely contact him, and you know, Instagram too, right?
Dallas Autohaus. I feel like Will Ferrell and Talladega Nights. We won that race.
Right. Right. But yeah, just definitely check him out, man, and definitely appreciate your support, especially if you're out there looking for a car. Now, bro, being an entrepreneur is not easy, and I know that, you know, a lot of your experience have been with dealerships. You've dang near helped most of the roles at the dealership. So at what point did you say, man, I know you had started it back when you were 24, but what point did you say, you know, I want to be an entrepreneur and I want to do this on my own? Or when did you make that up in your mind?
That's a good question. Man, I felt like that when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I knew back then, you know, if I didn't own it, then, you know, layoffs, personalities, politics, those were things that you could always fall victim to, you know, no matter how well you perform. And
man, that's such a good point.
You know, I knew that a long time ago, and I started working towards saving up the money 4 or 5 years ago to go independent. It is
4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's difficult. You know, you can have a college degree, you can have excellent connections, but it is difficult to, you know, nowadays, especially, life is so expensive to really save money. You know, enough money to where you can live a year or 2 years without bills. You know, it does take a lot of patience. If you don't have the proper resources, you know, it can make you being an entrepreneur a very short-lived goal. But I knew a long time ago, you know, like I said, that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and it wasn't about, I want to be a boss, you know, because I'm not, you know me, I'm not a flashy guy, you know, I don't want to wear any jewelry, you know, nice cars, you keep them in the garage, let mom drive them and that sort of thing. So I don't like a lot of attention, but like I said, you know, for someone else to say, I don't like Gene, or for someone else to say, I like Gene, but I've got my guy who I want to bring in, you know, and for my performance to not really dictate my future, that's a harsh reality. And that's what you're going to deal with, you know, because people aren't necessarily the most logical creatures, you know, that exist. You know, we could say we are, but, you know, the vast majority of our decisions are based off of what we want to do. And if you're not in control of your life, you know, then you're going to keep running into the same obstacles over and over until you take control. So
that's extremely important, bro. Thank you. That was a good answer. So, you know, we have these conversations often about, you know, becoming extremely successful, about becoming wealthy, and, you know, like making, you know, excuse me if you will, a shitload of money.
Right.
Why do you think some people aim for that and some people think that's outside their reach, or like they can't achieve it? Or why do some people have bigger goals, and why do some people that's not that important to them?
Well, let me ask you this: if you didn't have a TV at your house, would you know what Brazil looks like?
No.
Because you've never been to Brazil.
No, I haven't been there.
Okay, and if you didn't have a radio in your home, you know, or your parents never had CDs or records, you know, would you know what classical music sounded like? Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? It's all about exposure, you know, and with people, if they're not exposed to certain things, certain ways of life, they just literally don't know about it. And that's the difference, you know. And usually when you see people who are successful and very, very, very ambitious, they've been exposed to other people who are successful and ambitious, and they say, hey, I want that. You know,
why? You think you were exposed to someone like that?
Oh, absolutely. I've been exposed to a ton of people from all backgrounds, all races, all religions, men and women who are very successful off of their hard work. Some of them successful off of inheritances with businesses, but continued it on for a family legacy. But I think that's the most important thing is like I said, you've got to be exposed. And a lot of that has to do with who you have around you. And if everybody around you just says, hey, I just want to make it, I just want to have enough money to have some food in my fridge, then that's the standard you set. But if you have friends around you who say, hey, I want to travel to Europe, I want to see the other side of the world. I want to go buy these. I want to go buy these clothes that I can't even pronounce the name of, just because I want to be able to do so. And then that's not.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's G Von Sheik. I think.
G Von Sheik.
Yeah, G Von Sheik. I can't pronounce it either. But I think it's just all about exposure as far as what you aspire to achieve.
Right. Now, let me ask you another question, because we both had an opportunity to go to private schools in high school, went to an HBCU, which was, private schools we went to were, predominantly white.
Right.
College was the complete opposite.
Right.
But I feel like that, for me, I think it gave me an opportunity to get exposed to nice things. Can you talk about your experience at St. Mark's and how that, just being around, because I know some of the big people that went to St. Mark's and people's kids do like billionaires. Is it Hicks?
Yeah, the Hicks.
The Hicks, what did that type of experience, what type of impact did that have on you?
Yeah, that's a great question, and you mentioned the Hicks. I was in the same class as Bradley Hicks, and you see people who come from privileged backgrounds, and a lot of times they can have the reputation for being snotty or that sort of thing,
Right.
But if you were to be around Bradley, I mean, it would have blown your mind. I mean, this is one of the most humble guys, one of the nicest. Yeah, absolutely, one of the nicest guys in the world, and unless they told you or you heard about who they were,
right?
You wouldn't think he was more than an athlete,
Uh-huh.
And that kind of changed my perspective, and that I knew I had a long road ahead, but seeing so many different types of successful families at St. Mark's, and the most important thing was the work ethic. I mean, these are kids that I came out of DISD, went to St. Mark's in 7th grade. I never made a B in my life. I mean, I never made a B. I mean, my grandma was an English teacher. She taught me to read and write at 3 years old. So I mean, I thought I was the man. I never made a B. Straight A's my entire life, and I got to St. Mark's. And I want to say the first semester I had a 1.7 GPA. and was
a little harder, right?
Yeah, and was studying 3 hours a night to barely average a C average, going to biology class and going to all the tutoring sessions, and ended the year with a 71 in the class, and was happy because I almost had a 68 and that was a D, and I was going to have to repeat it, so. When there's a huge ocean out there, and there's a lot of competition. So it just it's just exposure, like I talked about earlier. St. Mark's gave me a lot of exposure to really truly successful people.
All right. I think we might have someone calling in.
Okay.
This is DeRay. This is Oscar Cloud Money Talk. How you doing? Corey, what's up, brother? How you doing, sir? My man, I appreciate your support, man. How you doing? All right, what's up? Talk to us. Man, you're not even gonna buy that thing with 0 mileage on there. Hey, that's a good question, Corey, man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Hey, man, my brother out here doing amazing things with K. Sebastian, photography, man. We're going to have to get you up on the studio, man, so I can pick your brain too, man. But thank you for calling in. Thank you. Yes, sir. I already know, man. Thank you for calling in.
Well, Corey, that's a question I actually get a lot. A lot of people ask me, what do you think about this brand? What do you think about that brand? And, I tell them the truth. Anything made by man, just like we break down when we get old, we start breaking down anything made by man is going to break down too. That's cars, that's houses, that's really anything, technology, electronics, anything you could think of. And, if you own, if you want to own a high-end car, you need to be prepared to maintain your vehicle. A lot of times you hear horror stories about BMWs and Mercedes and Audis, and they went to the shop and the bill was, $4,000. But, with these vehicles, if you maintain them properly, you usually don't end up in that position. But a lot of us don't like to maintain the vehicle until we're in a position where we have to. We don't like to do our regular scheduled maintenance. So, the pros and cons, new cars versus used cars. A new car generally is going to have a warranty from the factory that's going to cover, defective parts and that sort of thing. And it's usually 36,000 miles to 60,000 miles and maybe 3 years to 5 years. So, if you're in a position budget-wise where you can afford a higher payment because a new car is going to be a little more expensive, the new car route may be for you because a lot of people like buying new cars. They like leasing new cars because they know if something goes wrong on it, that the manufacturer is going to fix it. But, if you're looking at you got a lot of options to protect yourself. I can't really say, that I'm for it or I'm against it because I've seen people drive BMWs 200,000 miles, and I've seen people buy Chevys and Fords, and they start having issues at 30,000 miles because, like I said, it depends just on the vehicle and how the vehicle was maintained. But I hope that kind of answers your question a little bit as far as giving you a direction.
Right, Corey. Hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you. Then we got someone else calling in. All right. Have a good one. This is DeRay. You live on the Awesome Collab Money Talk. Who we speaking with? Miracle.
Hey, what's up, Miracle?
What's up? What's up? We proud of you. We proud of you. Already. Hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in. My girl Miracle out here doing big things too, man. Now she is an ultimate salesman and hustler, man. She out there slanging those socks, upper echelon socks. Hey, man, my boy got him on right here, man. We doing some live marketing for you right here. My boy got him on, and we're gonna have her come on the show on June 7th. Yeah. We need you back up here on June 7th. We're going to be talking about this big annual fashion show that's going down. It's going to be the biggest one yet, and we're looking forward to it, man. So, yeah, we're going to have to get you up here June 7th so we can talk more about that, Miracle. I love you, baby. I appreciate you calling in.
Thanks for calling me. Bye, Miracle.
Right, peace. Thank y'all for calling in. So I actually kind of had a follow-up question. You probably just touched on it. So say when you do get to that point where you're accumulating wealth, you're doing well, and you do have the option if you wanted to go spend $100,000 on a car, you could do it. Did you say it was better to lease or it's better to just buy it cash? Well, I missed that part.
You got a lot of options. If it depends on your budget and it depends on how often you like to change vehicles. The leasing is a good option for people who like to have a different vehicle every 2 to 4 years and don't care about owning the vehicle because they know they're going to get another vehicle, right. And they just want to have something nice and something new and something dependable to get them from point A to B, and that they've just set aside that amount of money in their budget.
Right.
If you want to own a vehicle, there are actually vehicles out there that accumulate in value. When you talk about spending $100,000,
kind of car?
like supercars, for example, rare cars. Like, for example, say you found a 65 Mustang in mint condition. You know, that's a car that's going to accumulate in value. Say you had a 1970 Chevelle and it's in mint condition. That's a car that's going to accumulate in value. Jeep Wranglers, Corvettes, they hold their value very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you could, because I read somewhere that actually like antique cars were one of the investments that had the largest ROI.
Yeah.
Return on investment.
Yeah.
You know, dropping a little knowledge right there. But I heard that, and I've noticed, like in watching, you know, some of those shows like the Super Life or the Rich and Famous, they got these antique cars and they're worth millions.
Yeah, and you notice they never drive them.
Right, they store them out. It's like a guy, an entrepreneur who started a business for just storing these people's cars. So he got like a warehouse full, like worth millions of dollars of cars, and he don't own none of them, but he get to drive them from time to time. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Or,
Yeah, you can trade the car in. So you got that option as well. You know, it just depends on where you're at in your life and you know what suits you best.
right.
You know,
Right on.
I can't you can't put a definitive answer on it because everybody's lifestyle is different and everybody's budget is different, and just it depends on what you're looking to get out of a vehicle and how important the vehicle is to you and you know, other factors.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Got someone else calling in. Hey, man, this is the most calls I've had on my show since, man. I appreciate y'all. This is the Ray. This is the Austin Collab Money Talk. Who we talking with today? Eddie V, what's up, young brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Bo? Okay, what's up?
All right. Yeah, man, you gotta come out there.
Uh, I used credit cards as far as loans for incidentals, you know, like smaller purchases. But as far as for the bulk of the business for buying cars, I had money saved up because I didn't know how things would go when I started off, and you know, I didn't want to be responsible for you know, floor plans and excess interest and you know what I mean. So that's what I would recommend is be patient and take your time, you know. And it's all we want to move fast. When we make our mind up, we want to move fast, you know. But I say take your time and have the cash saved up to where, you know, the cars that you have out there on the lot as you get started, you know, you own. Because, you know, when we start having to make financial decisions, they can stress us out and we can make bad decisions. You know, that's just my experience.
Right.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing. You know, you want to look at your market where you are. You know, if I've got older cars, you know, say I've got you know, older cars that are 04s, 05s, 06s with over 100,000 miles, and I'm in Highland Park, which is a high net income area, a very pretentious area where, you know, the type of car that you drive is something that the neighbors at the you know, the homeowners association will talk about. That, you know, seriously. I mean, they're going to want to drive newer vehicles. So that means you're going to have cars in your lot that are going to sit there. And the reverse is true. Say you're in a lower income area where the average income is maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month. You know, you could maybe so you could put higher end cars out there and they'll sit there because nobody can buy them. They either don't have the cash or they don't have the credit. Yeah, I mean, you could go to what they call a hood right now, and you'll find a Winco, you'll find a liquor store, and they're not there because they're not making money. They're there because they're making money, because that's what people are choosing, to spend their money on. And so those people obviously researched where they wanted to place their businesses. So the first thing to do is look at where your business is going to be located, where your lot is going to be located, and understand what kind of demographics you're going to be working with, the average income, their average credit scores. Do they pay cash for vehicles? Do they finance? Can they finance? And then that'll kind of lead you in the direction as far as what kind of inventory you need to have. Absolutely. Absolutely.
There you go. Hey, Eddie V, man, we appreciate you calling in. We also got to get you on the show too, man. Appreciate you. All right. All right, man. So, yeah, that kind of brings me to a follow-up question on that. You may have just hit a couple bullet points on there as well. Now, I actually got a chance to work with you when I bought my Nissan Maxima 3 years ago now, something like that. And that was my first time ever buying a car. My first two vehicles, my dad got for me. Shout out to my pops. But he got it for me. So that's my first time ever buying a vehicle. And I feel like I learned a lot going through that process. And I actually had my guest on last week, Delano Mocha. He's talking about the home buying process. So can you just talk to us a little bit about the car buying process? Number one, why does it take so long? Do you guys look at income more than credit more than income? Just kind of give us a little insight to that whole process. I know you work different roles from the salesman to the...
Well, at my dealership at Dallas Autohaus, the average purchase takes about an hour and 15 minutes. I'll walk you through the entire deal from the time you walk in the door until we put your plates on the car and we send you off and put your temporary tags on the car and send you off. And the reason why it takes so long is because you got a lot of moving parts at a dealership. You've got a salesman, you got a floor manager, you've got a desk manager, you got a finance manager. And everybody has to do the role. The salesperson has to show you the car. The floor manager has to make sure the salesperson is doing their job and showing you the right vehicles and getting you through the process correctly, as far as you doing the credit application and them doing a guest sheet with you to see what type of vehicle you need. And the desk manager, has to look through his inventory and see if he can find the right type of vehicle that'll line up with what you're looking to do budget-wise. And the finance manager, if you're going to finance a vehicle, he's the guy that has to send your deal in to see if we can get you financing. So you got a lot of moving parts. And the benefit at my dealership is I know how to do everything because I've done everything. So you deal only with me, and it's a much quicker process. But that's not to knock bigger dealerships. That's just to explain why it does take a long time.
Right.
The decision back from a bank as far as if they're willing to finance you. If you have an 800 credit score and you make $100,000 a year and you have no debt, and you decide you want to buy a $10,000 car and finance it for 48 months, that's a no-brainer to any bank. Everybody, I'd love to have you as a customer. However, if you make, yeah, exactly, they know they'll get their money back. Now, if you make $1,800 a month and you've got a 450 credit score and you've got 10 collection items on your that customer still can't get financing on the car. But that kind of answers your question, I think, as far as, what's going on, what are they looking at, and as far as income goes, there's people that come in and they don't have any credit, but they have excellent income, they've got great references, and everything else looks good, and banks will be willing to finance them. But I give people the analogy always, if a stranger walks up to you off of the street and he says, hey, give me $20 right now, what are you going to say?
No.
Well, why are you going to say no?
Because I don't know you.
You don't know him. You don't know that you'll get your money back, right?
Right.
Okay, but now what if he walks up to you and he says, give me $20, and you say, okay, well, give me your watch and give me your driver's license.
If he gave me that, then I'd give him the 20.
Yeah, right? Financing for anything, whether it's a car, It could be a cons card, it could be a house, anything, because you don't have that trustworthiness, because in this country, your credit is your name, and you ever heard the saying, like, if you don't use it, you lose it?
Right.
Even if you don't use your credit, and you pay cash for everything, you still, at some point in time, when you decide you want to finance something in the future again, may have to pay a higher interest rate to reestablish, your name.
Right. Now, don't get mad at me, bro, for asking this question, because car salesmen, sometimes they get a bad rep.
Right.
For being pushy or just being over aggressive salesmen.
Right.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions about sales before we wrap up here in the next few minutes. But tell us one thing that car salesmen don't want you to know. I don't want you to give away all your secrets, but just one thing that car salesmen probably don't want you to know.
That's a good question, man.
I put you on the spot. I know I did. Now, we've had this conversation. You showed me a few.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Just one thing.
I'd say one thing, and this is where, as a manager, when I manage salesmen, that I notice a lot of, that salesmen, and they're majority men, and men, we can have our machismo moments, our egos, and women. They're more receptive. They have a better feeling for people as far as empathy goes.
Right.
And men aren't as well. Not to say every man's dumb. I'm a man, so it is what it is. But what I see that salesmen don't want you to know is they don't want you to know when they don't know something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they don't know something,
right.
What kills a lot of deals, and people lose a lot of trust, is when someone asks about a basic feature on the car. Mm-hmm. Hey, does it have Bluetooth? Yeah, it's got Bluetooth. But they don't know, especially used car salesmen. You sell a lot of different types of cars. You may sell a Volvo, a Toyota, a Honda, a Lexus, and a lot of times these guys or women, they don't know, and salespeople just don't want to admit when they don't know something, because they feel like it'll make them look bad. And I think just nothing could be farther from the truth, because I don't think you're ever at a disadvantage, when you humanize yourself with a customer. You could make a mistake with a customer, but tell them the truth and say, hey, I made a mistake. I was and sign here. And I think, to answer your question, I think that's the biggest thing I see, is that a lot of times salespeople, there'll be certain things they just don't know. Right. And instead of just admitting it to the customer, right, they'd rather take the easy route, which can be to lie sometimes, or embellish.
Okay, good answer. I like that. My brother's smart. So hey, I feel like being an entrepreneur, you have to be a salesman. Now, I know you were a salesman, a car salesman, when even going back to your CarMax days. So what do you think that it takes to be a good salesman? I think you just hit on one of them, and that's being honest about when you don't know. But what are some other traits of good salesmen?
Good salesmen pay attention. When a person goes into a dealership, or whether to buy the girlfriend, an engagement ring, or whether to go buy a new pair of shoes, the money they're spending, more than likely they've had to work to make that money. And when they go in somewhere, they want to be taken care of. They want to be treated well. They want to not have to think hard, and they want to spend their time there feeling good about whatever it is that they're about to purchase. And a good salesman does a great job of listening to what the person is telling them, but not necessarily just listening with words, but paying attention to what the person is really telling them, even if it's nonverbal communication. And when you see salespeople that struggle, a lot of times they'll be more prone to want to talk than to listen to what their customer is telling them, and to ask questions, about why do you want this, sir, or why do you want this, ma'am? Why is this feature important to you? And good salesmen, faithfully ask those questions, and they pay attention to their customer. And sometimes you have to tell your customer, no. You have to tell them no sometimes. If there's something unrealistic that they want to achieve, the best thing you can do sometimes is just say no, and not be rude about it, but explain to them why. A lot of times, I see people, they want a $350 a month payment on a vehicle, on a $40,000 vehicle. I mean, it's math. Math is undefeated. Math and with customers sometimes, and if you be respectful and be tactful about it, a lot of times you build a good relationship with that customer. And not only will they buy from you, but they'll send their family and their friends to you. But that's what's important, I think, as far as what makes somebody a good salesman or a successful salesman.
Great. So you just said something. They send your family and friends to you. If you know someone who's looking to buy a car, send my brother the referral. You got like a referral program going on or something?
No, but I've got a business card.
Okay. Well, send him a referral, and his website is up there on my link if you're watching this on Facebook. If not on Facebook, can you just tell them the website, bro?
Yes, theDallasAutohaus.com. That's theDallasAutohaus.com.
And house is spelled H-A-U-S.
H-A-U-S. It's German. Autohaus in German actually means car house. Imagine that, you know.
Right. All right, so one more question before. Ways that you used to overcome objections.
I listen and I ask questions. You know, people are going to have objections, and they're not personal against you as a salesperson because they just hate you and they want you to have a bad day. But they have objections because deep down inside they have fears. You know, and when you go, you fear disappointment. You fear not getting a good deal. You fear somebody taking advantage of you, and usually these objections are manifestations of their internal fears. And if you ask questions and you listen, you know you can usually overcome the majority of objections because they're not real objections. They're not objections that are going to stop you from selling your product. You know, I used to always tell people, you know, do you think somebody goes into Sears just to look at microwaves and to look at stoves unless they need one? You know, so it was the same thing when somebody came to a car dealership. They're at a car dealership because they want to buy a car. Right. But they're going to be objections. You know, they're going to look at a car and they may say, "Oh, that's too much." And you want to ask, "Well, why? Why is that too much?" Well, this is what I want to spend. Okay. Well, you know, did you know if you could put more money down, or if you had a co-signer, you know, or if you did a longer term, did you know that this would make it possible for this vehicle to be in your budget? And a lot of times people say, "Really?" It's just like I said. It's all about asking questions. Looks like you got somebody calling.
Yeah, we got time, bro. I've been doing with, you know, all my guests. Just started it with when P came in here, and then you probably saw it on ESPN, man. I'm just gonna shoot you a series of questions. You give me an answer as quick as you can.
Okay.
So when you're successful, what's the first type of car you're gonna buy?
I'm not gonna buy a car.
All right. Basketball or football?
Football.
Next place you want to travel?
Colombia.
Awesome. Okay. Next thing you gonna plan on cooking?
Steak.
Four-door sedan or coupe?
Coupe.
All right. Four-door sedan or a big truck?
Four-door sedan.
All right. Okay. I'll give my website a shot or a glance as well. Got some great content on there. Thank you everyone who's tuned in to us on Facebook, who's listened to us on the internet. We appreciate you. This is DeRay. Thank you to my special guest, Gene Fletcher. I appreciate you, sir.
Man, thank you for having me.
Alrighty, this is the Awesome Collab.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for our callers too, man. This is the Awesome Collab Money Talk. We're live every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network. We'll also be streaming live on Facebook. Thank you. Y'all have a great day. All right, okay, pretty good.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks for having me.
Great, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, you gotta get some pictures out there.
Yeah.
Hey, man, remember to do something today to make your day great. Be happy. Be positive. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace out.